Hey guys, so let's talk about probiotics and prebiotics. All right, so back in 2012, there's a study that was done that found out that humans are actually made up of 10 times more non-human cells than human cells. So a lot of researchers these days consider this the microbiome, or you may hear the term holobiome. And what that means is that is all the bacteria that lives on us or in us. All right, so all that is the bacteria that lives in our digestive tract and on our skin. And all of those things help us manage ourselves in the world and stay healthy. They're valuable. We have a symbiotic relationship with this bacteria. Now, people that have more healthy bacteria on them are healthier than people that don't have as much healthy bacteria on them or in them. And just to put it in perspective, our small intestine has a ton of bacteria in it. And if we were to take the small intestine out, open it up, and line up all of this bacteria next to each other, it would take up the size of a tennis court. So all of this bacteria in our body is super valuable in us maintaining health and staying healthy. What researchers are finding out now is that this bacteria tells us more about what we want to eat than what we actually want to eat. So this area here, through the vagus nerve, comes up to our brain and tells us what we want to eat, because what it's hungry for, we end up consuming. All right, so it's less about what's in our head and what we want to eat, and more about what that bacteria is eating. So that's what ties into the probiotics and prebiotic craze that you may be seeing. Probiotics are the healthy bacteria. All right, so this company here, Gundry Wellness, he wrote the Plant Paradox, the Longevity Paradox. I like his probiotics. You can find other types of probiotics all over the internet. But what you want to do is, if you want, you can check out on my website, and I have our products on there. You don't have to buy them, even though I recommend them. But what you should do is check on the back. Now on the back, it will have all of the types of bacteria that's in these probiotics. So we've got on here, we've got Lactobacillus acidophilus. That's a valuable, healthy bacteria. There's a whole list of these, okay? And most of them have fancy words, all right? But what we want to do is we want to end up getting healthy bacteria into our digestive system. This is a 24 strain probiotic. So there's a bunch of different strains of bacteria that we want inside of us. Now, what's interesting is we've got probiotics, and then we've got prebiotics, all right? So what prebiotics are the food that these guys like to eat, okay? So the probiotics are here, that we want them living in our digestive system, and then we want to feed this bacteria, right? We want to feed this bacteria with certain types of food, which is in this, all right, and which is in a prebiotic. So think about it this way. This bacteria is inside of us, right? And in order to maintain healthy bacteria, like we could on our own, I mean, if we didn't eat garbage, we would have healthy bacteria in our digestive system already. But most of us have eaten unhealthy foods over the course of our life. I mean, I know I have. So what we want to do is we want to starve off all of that old bacteria, get in some good bacteria there, and then feed it with vegetables and greens that this bacteria likes to eat. So cruciferous vegetables, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, cabbage, all of those things these guys love to eat. And that type of food is what's in the prebiotics. Okay, so this right here is essentially a powdered version of the Brussels sprouts, the cauliflower, the cruciferous vegetables. All of those foods that these guys like to eat is in this. So if you're ever searching around online and you're saying, you know what, I hear that I'm supposed to be taking a probiotic. Probiotics are great, but I don't know what type of probiotic I should take. Or I also hear that there's a prebiotic I should take. And there are all sorts of these biotics, right? And we get confused. And that's one of the biggest issues we run into in food health, is the confusion, okay? Coming from all sorts of different sides. So these good healthy bacteria, that's what we want inside of us, okay? This stuff, broccoli, cauliflower, cruciferous vegetables, is in here, and we can feed that. And yes, if you get this and you eat cruciferous vegetables and the broccoli, cauliflower, and all that, then you may not need this. But I tend to take both because I like to fuel the good bacteria that I have in here with the good stuff, okay?